chest. Get blessed or stressed. Roll that fate.
You gonna learn today.
Gold in the dark, little lock, little gleam. You've been walking all night, now you're chasing that sheen. Leather strap, heavy pack, brain screaming, there's a dream. But your hand on the latch, and the latch start to scream. Tongue like a rug, just rolling right out. Dripping on the coins while it licks your mouth. You wanted rare loot, magic rings, big clout. Now your balls deep stuck and you can't pull out. It's a mimic, bite down, baby, don't quit it. Thought it was a loot, now your whole party in it. Chest so thick and the tongue so wicked. Everybody all trapped, but you're still trying to hit it. It's a mimic, big mouth, you're about to get fitted. Got you rolling that save, but you already critted. That sticky little beast and you're oh so committed. You knew it was wrong, but you still went and did it. Broke said wait, you ain't listening to the scout. Now you're moaning and plate, can't wiggle your way out. Ballad and praying, but he side eye proud. Cleric taking notes like damn, that's loud. Teeth like daggers, kissing all your scars. I grappled on your waist while you're reaching for the stars. I'm blushing behind that screen like so, describe how you scream. It's a mimic, bite down, dig it, don't crit it. Thought it was looting, now your whole body in it. Just so thick,
The goat of toxic Yuri.
but you still trying to hit it. It's a mimic, big mouth, you about to get fitted. Got you rolling that save, but you already critted. Sticky little beast thing, you oh so committed. You knew it was wrong, but you still went and did it. It's the lock, say your vow. You're the treasure for the monster now. Short rest now, long ride. Welcome to the dungeon on the inside.
Hello, friends.
It's a mimic, it's a mimic, it's a mimic. Bite down, bend it, don't quit it. Thought it was looting, now your whole party in it. Chest so thick and the tongue so
No. I'm doing another art stream. I thought it'd be a really funny thumbnail. Alright. The goat of toxic Yuri. How's everyone doing today?
Goblet full. I sip
Or
that
tonight, I
brew.
guess.
Silk skinned, my coin in view. Curse on thee.
Dude, I've been locking in for this drawing.
I'll be the mage in the black fur cloak. Turn that king's gold into green gray smoke. Lay with his green on the feather bed sheets.
Lock the fuck in. I'm thinking I wouldn't mind streaming Fear and Hunger at some point. I'll probably do masochism mode just for funsies for the stream. But I want to get a bit more practice in before I do maso modes for stream. I'm sort of going to maso mode blind. I just want to play more of the base game first, and I'll probably download the censorship patch. I know nothing about her. I know she's kind of really popular right now, but I don't really know much about her. No, Vampire Girl? Oh. Yeah, I know like nothing about Edlock, I'm not gonna lie. So that does sound kinda bitchin'. I've been reading a lot of Fear and Hunger fanfiction. And I wanted to also do some artwork based off of the playthrough I was doing. If there wasn't so much nudity in the game, then I would probably like stream it, but I'll probably have to get like a censorship patch. But oh man. I don't like having to censor things. Let's see. I'll just put this on now. There we go. The wizard wrapped it out of the way for now, so I'm just gonna put this on. That way I can walk in. Though I was thinking about this stream, I'll talk about why I think these two might be. I don't know everything about them yet, but holy cannoli! So like, if you thought the stalking that Homura was up to was a lot, the stalking this girl has been up to, oh my, god! But she learned how to read minds just to more efficiently stalk this girl. Like, Homura is at least arguably a good person. Questionably, like, there's an argument. Samurai? Oh gosh. That's gonna be a really tough argument to make. Oh my gosh. I will go into some more details about them though. I don't know how much I'm gonna be drawing them. Like, I'm gonna do maybe one or two, couple probably, and then I'll be back in that Matahomu grind. I just wanted to make sure I had a couple other like art prints at the conventions I'm gonna be going to. But I thought, you know, spice it up a little bit, mix it up a bit. Plus, the Fear and Hunger brainworms have kind of taken over my brain at the moment. So I wanted to draw something about that. But Marina, she's cool. She finally good trans representation. You know, every trans person can do necromancy. That's kind of. I'm glad that part of the whole trans experience got you know, realized. And not many people know that. But like, necromancy is just something I can do. So I'm glad to see that part of the trans experience was included in Fear and Hunger 2. Very accurate. I'm very seen. With the option to just be evil lesbian. Like, that's pretty sick. Finally, a game for me. Dude, did you even have cannibalism? No way. Ugh, you sure I didn't make this game? Alright, I might flip the portrait, the drawing over to see how it looks. Let's see, because Marina's face looks like it might be, yeah, it looks like it's a bit lopsided. This can be fixed. This can be fixed. But everything else is looking really good from the other perspective, though I will probably have to fix this up later is what I'm thinking. That's gonna need some work. But everything else is looking alright, I'd say. The goat of Toxic Yuri? No way. I've been doing 2 playthroughs of this recently. One as these 2 girls here, and then one as this motherfucker here. Pav, oh my gosh, he's a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit. Like, that's all I have to say about Pav. But I wanted to play as him because he does kind of have good drip. And his confidence is pretty it made me want to play as him, I guess. Just to see his perspective on things. And yeah, he's a piece of shit. Alright, I'll probably have to redo the markings. But for now, let's remove the markings. Because I'm gonna have to adjust her jaw. The goat of Toxic Yuri? No way. I should make like a Toxic Yuri tier list of like ranking Toxic Yuri pairs. That would be kind of funny, maybe. The goat? Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen more of a girl failure than Samurai. Like, yeah, Homura has some moments, but holy shit. There are certain lines that Homura never crossed in Madoka's privacy. That Samurai does not give a fuck about those lines. There's certain things I probably can't say that she's done on YouTube. But well, watching Marina sleep is probably just like that's like the tip of the iceberg. Meanwhile, watching Madoka sleep is probably like that's probably the worst thing Homer has done. That's like the tip of the iceberg for Samurai. No, don't get me wrong. That's still there's still a lot more stalking than the average person will do. That's still a fair bit. Not to like diminish Homura's achievements, of course. Like that's still pretty notable. It's still pretty notable. Still pretty notable. Still pretty good. Like she gets a good medal for that. But comparatively, again, like I'm gonna reiterate, like Semri learned how to read minds, specifically to stalk Marina more efficiently. So there's that. There's that. Watching her sleep, there's one. Uh, 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 she murders her dad. That's another thing I can say on YouTube, probably. Sam Marine murders Marina's dad. To be fair, he is an abusive piece of shit. But still, she took that into her own hands. She saw that, gotta love a girl who does it for herself. Kind of girl bossing it up. Marina doesn't really have much respect for Samurai, that we see at least. Though she's just kind of like that, the game. She's kind of, well, she is nice. She's got her priorities set. What color are her eyes? I need to check. Blue. She has blue eyes. They're more like gray blue-ish. So this girl's already a bit of a stalker, already a bit of a murderer. Uh, you know, you know. So that's well, Homer being a stalker, that's arguable. No, actually I probably would say Homer would Homer was probably some degree of a stalker. But like Homer hasn't stolen Myrna's. I mean, Homer hasn't stolen Maddox's clothing that we know of. In the fanon, sure she has in the fanon, but Samurai has in the canon. So like fanon, sure, but like Samurai canonically has stolen Marina's clothing before. All right, there we go. There we go. I should do this shotgun. Yeah, let's get the shotgun out of the way. A lot of work needs to be done in the background. I get that, but I want to get I want to get the characters done first, mostly done first. I also might touch up that hand later, but right now I'm just gonna work on coloring it. Actually, no, we're gonna touch up that hand right now. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm really excited for April. I'm really excited for the convention that I'm going to be attending then, during Artist Alley 4. That's gonna be really... I'm excited and nervous. Really excited, really nervous. Like, this will be an actual sizable convention. Not like huge, but like sizable. Though also I've applied for the YetiCon night market, which is like a which is like a more adult themed like convention where there would be like lewd stuff. Like that way I could sell like my gore art. That could be kind of cool to put my gore art up on display. Yes, I think that could be good fun. Plus, I have a lot of that art, so you know, might as well at least try. Since at most conventions I wouldn't be able to, or if I do, I'll have it like people have to ask to see the gore art. But anyways, so I thought I'm gonna sip my water and I'll talk more about Samurai, so I could convince you guys why maybe the toxic Yuri goat. I'm actually gonna also post the link to your stream and a couple other servers too, just for funsies. I want to get chat going a bit more. Actually, I should post that in a different. I'll post it in 1 or 2 more servers. Okay. I'll post it in 1 more server. The goat of Toxic Yuri? The goat of Toxic Yuri? Alright, that's enough posting the link around. It's back to drawn. Bam. Alright, let's get her shirt so it stops blending in so much with the background. That seems like the strat, the go-to. That's the wrong layer. I might make the shirt a bit more, like, whitish, bluish. The goat of Toxic Yuri? Yeah, this is looking a bit better. And now it doesn't blend in with the building. Even better. Oh, I just realized. I should probably... Her shirt has collars on it. I mean, well, it has cuffs on it. And I didn't include the cuffs. You can't see the cuff there. So we're gonna fix that. Plus, then the reloading mechanism of the shotgun would be a bit more visible too, and that would look really nice, I think. Hopefully, because right now it's not really obvious what it is. But this specific model of Trent shotgun has like it's reloading I don't know what the term would be for it. I apologize. But like, yeah, that kind of comes out a little bit. And I know in this Marina is not displaying proper trigger etiquette. I know that is intentional. She does not have any sort of formal firearm training. So I'm including her having bad trigger discipline on purpose. Well, Pav's finger being on the trigger, well, he's aiming it at their direction. That's intentional. But Marina, she's swinging it all over the place while reloading, while using the pump. Her trigger mechanism, her trigger discipline, dog shit. But she has a shotgun, and that's really cool. And the shotguns are pretty cool, and she's a badass girl with a shotgun. The goat of Toxic Yuri? Yeah, repeating it won't make it funny. But I'm gonna keep repeating it anyways, because it's funny to me. Alright, let's get some of the darker shades of her shirt now. And return on the color mixing now that we have the base colors down. Alright. There we go. This is looking nice and what's the word I'm looking for? The fabric looks loose. Which it should. It should look loose. Look at that little ribbon. Probably a bit too dark. That's- The goat of toxic Yuri. There we go. Just stop the music a little bit. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Since that playlist was basically over. Okay. Next, I might... Her skin. Maybe just to make the shaded part look a bit more shaded. A bit darker. There we go. Yeah. Whenever I do the Fear and Hunger playthrough for the channel on Master Mode, I'll probably do it as Marna. Simply because I feel like she's... Well, I know how to get ridiculously powerful as Marna. And we're gonna need that from Master Modes. Like, having Black Orb is gonna be life-saving. And we're going to get that shit early on. Look at her eyes now. The goat of Toxic Yuri? Okay. I should probably get started on the shading Samurai. I should get the shotgun. Yes, let's get the shotgun done. The goat? Maybe I'll look more into the deadlock ship. Since it could be good to have, you know, a variety of art at my, my booth. Now I get to do the gun metal. I love doing metal. I love shading metal. I love shading metal. Absolutely adore shading metal. I also absolutely adore my wife. I love my wife. How could you not love my wife? Well, you better not, because she's my wife. Only I get to love her that way. But you can appreciate her. But she is my wife. And, well, I love my wife. God, this fucking thumbnail for the video is so stupid. The goat of Toxic Yuri? Goat alert? The goat? Alright, now let's move on to Samurai. The goat? The goat of Toxic Yuri? Is the goat here in the room with us right now? fucking nasty freak girl. Nasty, strange girl. Vile, vile, vile woman. There we go. Let's get yeah, there we go. That looks good. That that looks good. I'm happy with that. Got a bit more depth to the upper part of her dress. Just a teensy bit more. Perfect. Perfect. We're already using some pretty dark colors, but I wanna. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Can I get some of that up there too? Please? Yeah. Just a touch. That's a bit too much. Just a dash. A dash. A smidge. A smidgen. Yeah, that's good. Now, I need to double check something about Samui's design. Let's do the magic. Let's do the let's get her shirt here. Yeah. Alright, socks. Let's get her socks. I'll take the same colors from Marina's. Or not. Oops, my bad. The goat of Toxic Yuri? My wrist. I'm just gonna do a quick wrist exercise. Ah. There we go. Let's get her hair. I'm excited to print this out and see how it looks printed. I might have to make some adjustments to the colors for the printed version, but we'll see. I need to figure out a way I can mail art prints without them getting damaged. Right, oh, I'm using Clip Studio Paint. What layer is that on? That's the layer it's on. Okay. Alright, let's work on the magic now. Let's turn color mixing back on. since this is like a fluid, I want it to have that depth to it and nice mixing. Can I bring this down to 0.5? Kind of. Okay, what about 0.8? Will that work? Oh, it does. Perfect. The goat of Toxic Yuri? Yeah, I've been really getting into these two characters. I feel like once I'm done this stream, honestly, I'm probably should go back to reading more Yuri. I'm probably should go back to reading more fanfiction. I'm not gonna lie, like that's the plan. What about for the highlights? What if I use what software do you use, if you don't mind me asking? I used to use Krita before I switched to Clip Studio Paint. I liked the manga tools that Clip Studio Paint offered. It made working on my Dojin a lot easier. Or at least a lot more organized. Oh no, no, I want more. Bring it back. There we go. There we go. Trying to get a feel for how I'm gonna color these. I mean, by colors, I mean like the blood magic. She's casting Hurting. Also, for animation, I use Clip Studio Paint. And for the, for streaming, I use OBS, and for the little PNG tuber, I use, VidelTuber Mini. VidelTube Mini. I know it's lower effort than, like, an actual VTuber model, but I feel like it fits my style a bit better. Since I quite like all the software that I use. So eventually I'm gonna be swapping over to Linux, so I'm gonna have to just figure out what I'm gonna do then. A lot of the software I'm hoping to still be able to use. I know some software isn't supported, but I'll see what I can do. Where's my water bottle? I want a sip of water. I think my experiment with like streaming like at this time, I don't know. Like no one seems to really join during these times. So I'm gonna probably start streaming like earlier ish, like maybe around like 11 maybe, I don't know. Yummy water. I love water. The goat of Toxic Yuri? The goat? on my hand. Here. I know whenever I do like really in-depth pieces of like in-depth coloring, my hand is kind of hurty. I don't know. There we go. Let's get some shadows going for the people. I feel like they could use some shadows. There we go. Yeah. we go. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end things here. Thank you folks for joining the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably do my next one a little bit earlier. I don't know which day I'm gonna do it on. We'll see. We'll see. I hope you folks have a great day. We'll see you around.